Hello. Are we online? Let me just see into my YouTube so I can just make sure that if we are online or not. I don't think we are online actually. Kind of we. Hello. I think. I think yes. Kind of we. Hello. Yeah, I think we are online. So first of all, this will be raw methods of me just struggling about like building this kind of a system. Is my goal of this life is actually to make revenue, to make a business around AI, and also like learn about this technology. And you're gonna just see me building, learning, and like we just gonna learn together about like how this thing building this kind of a system. So what is today's job? What we're gonna do today actually, let me just hear. First of all, we have a multiple right now cloud instances actually running. One of the things is that so far we want to do today, it is like first of all we want to run models. Okay, I'm gonna go actually I'm gonna run a models about I don't know actually what's going on. Okay, great. Let me just give it back here so you guys can see it. Okay, great. I think we're gonna go first of all here, and then like maybe close this thing and also close it. I was using open router actually. So what I'm gonna try to do it is right now. I wanna like first of all use Claude Code harnesses and just change the model. So that is gonna allow us to use a Claude Code as a free mode. Okay, so we don't have to pay it if like we hit the rate limit. Even though right now I'm not hitting the rate limit hits, even though because I'm using a max. But I want to just create actually a video about it. So right now I'm learning that thing. So people are using open router to actually do that thing. Let me just go back here. Open router. So I already created open router. I already created. Here's we have a lot of models actually, and those models actually what they allow us is just like you can create. You can use a free models if you need. So right now, one of those free models are people actually using. I think it's this. It's the 3.1 flash. Great, 3.1 flash. Thoughtful latency. It's not that kind of a latency, but it's interesting. Okay, we have here when it comes about index intelligence, it is very good. Also coding intelligence, great. Okay, how we gonna go into configure, because that is what really right now I'm struggling. If I open a VS Code, actually there was a guy I was watching, so this is very annoying VS Code, but let me just go and create a new window. Interesting. Yes, new window. Let me just come back to here, open. There's a file I was trying to create it, and this file is open router here. Let's just open it, and let's just make it open. So great. Claude Code, great. We have a model here. Account usage, no. Switch model. Queen. Let's use Queen. There is an issue detected. Model Queen configuration. It may not exist, or you may not have access. I don't know, guys, if you see in here, but it's telling me, hey, you don't have any access to this thing actually. Scheiße. So here it is the problem. There is because I'm trying to use a Claude Code as a free. I think, I don't know, but what do you think? Let me just I'm trying to use a Claude Code as a free. Yeah, my problem is of being new and streaming. It is like you don't know what actually, guys, you are typing. I don't know how also to have some kind of, like in streaming, stop streaming. No, we don't want to stop the streaming. We want to know about how the hell I can use, how the hell also I can see people who are watching. Current viewers, great. So there is a lot of things actually here happening that needs actually to be fixed. One of those things, it is like we have the issue of Anthropic. Why I shouldn't give this to actually Anthropic itself and tell him to explain to us. Okay, I need to use a voice mode. Terminal. Let me just great. Let me just put this thing to here. Okay. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, great. Our voice is working. Actually, I created this kind of a voice for myself. Okay, I created it because I was using a Whisper, so I just say, why the hell I should just pay money for $15 a month where I can just create my own voice AI. So I created this thing for myself. If someone really asking, if someone who really didn't know, you can actually do that kind of a things right now. Okay, great. First of all, I have a problem, so I'm trying to use Claude Code harnesses, but I don't want to use the model of maybe Obis or Sonnet 4.6 or Obis 4.6, but rather I just want to use models that are actually free. And so help me to configure it right now, because I have a problem when it comes right now, configuration. So I'm gonna give you the problem I have in my Claude Code, so help me solve this kind of a problem. And if you have some kind of a question, just ask me so I can answer you, so you have a context of actually what we are doing. Let me just paste here. Great. We can give him also the screenshot of actually what is actually happening so he can know it. Let me just give him the text right now. This is the text here. This is we're gonna give him as much as context as we can get. And also I have given you the image Anthropic API key. Environment or cloud logout, then say no. I can see two issues from your screenshot, error message. Now let me help you to fix both problem. Them authentication conflict. Okay, great. So both Cloud AI and also Cloud AI and also Cloud AI token and Anthropic API key are set simultaneously, which causes unexpected behavior. Great. But I have already take it out, like model not found queen is not a valuable model for a Cloud Code directory. You are trying an open router free model, but Cloud Code needs to be configured properly to route through open routed. Great. First of all, log out. Let me just log it out. Great. Log out. Anthropic API key, set export open router API key. So but I don't understand here. I don't actually understand here. What I'm trying to do actually it is like I don't think right now that environment we have status line command. Okay, great. We say cloud, then great. Cloud subscription, no. Third app is no. So Cloud Code supported Amazon, Bedrock, Microsoft Foundry, Text AI. Set the required environment variables, then restart. Cloud. If you are not part of enterprise operation is administration, but he just make me, like. Actually, he is trying to make me, to force me to just. So we have a cloud with a subscription, yeah, or enterprise. Let's use. Yes, we're gonna give him authentication, authorize it, and then come back to here. Cloud make mistakes, enter, okay, yes, recommended settings, no, maybe later. For an optimal coding experience, enable recommended settings, yes, recommended settings. Detected custom API in your K development. Great. Yes, you are 100% right. We want to use that our custom API. Yes, please use it. Hi. There is an issue with a selected coin mobile. It may not exist, or you must run that model and pick a different model. Let me just use this first of all. Hi. Interesting. I'm gonna go into my terminal. Let me just come to here. This is a wild problem actually. I need this to be diagnosed. We can say a cloud right now. Yeah, you trust this folder? Yes, I trusted it. Actually, I am having here a problem, and that problem, it is like I'm trying to use Cloud Code, but I want to use Anthropic harnesses or Cloud Code harnesses with, with a free. So I have a problem right now when it comes about the authentication, and we have a conflict in authentication. So can you please help me? I can give you the directory so we can configure it together. So let me just prepare the directory. So sure, share the directory path. Okay, great. So in my directory, it exists in interesting. Desktop, open router. Let me just come back to here. Desktop and then new. you will see directory, call it, or he can just actually simply he can just grab it. So that is a great actually job. Let me just put this guy to there, and yep, here we have our directory. Interesting. I can see the setup. Here is what I'm looking at. Cloud setting local JSON. Yeah. So Cloud Code may be trying both and failing. To diagnose, you tell me. No, actually there is a lot of wild stuff happening here. First of all, he telling me that actually what you do in this folder should exist in there. So let's just move it to there. So Cloud can just read it if we need, and then we're gonna just run it again right now and say, hey Cloud, come back to here, man. Authentication conflict, Anthropic instead of either using Anthropic or run Cloud logout. Okay, so we can say log out right now. Now we can say Cloud. Yeah, he's, oh my god, man, do not I think commended, yes, hi, issues of one country. There is an open router problem here. So I think there is in YouTube there is a people actually solve this kind of a problem. We need to watch tutorial right now. I think we should definitely do that. So let me just put my things together, and then like let me just grab this YouTube. We have a settings, then let me just go and connect. Yes, it's connected. So I'm gonna come back to here and just watch. So I think Jack actually solved it.
On Gemini Flash, that's awesome. Let's come up here and select that. Imagine if you could use Claude Code for free. Claude Code can be expensive, and if you run out of credits, so this basically means you can do it from free. Sometimes with free, you can be rate limited, which means that you may be waiting slightly longer. So you may opt to spend, I'll make this all available for you down below.
Step 1, add that ZHR. So this configuration, it should happen in our cloud main directory, not in our project level.
Description, so you can grab this, and all you're going to do to actually use this is a one.
Replace this now. Anthropic APIs is keeper. Replace this now.
Click copy, and then you'll be ready to.
Step 2, apply immediately in source.zh. Interesting. So actually, if we come to here, directory dot zh cshrc open that. Okay, it opened in this window. Let me just come back to here actually. Okay, great. Interesting. We have a key bindings, we have a setting in the JSON. So actually this is my actual actually JSON. So we have here everything that we need. Session is actually, we have a multiple session is backup, IDE, shell snapshot is the project level. I think there is a lot of things actually that's like weird stuff actually going on. So let's continue.
Rock and roll. So description, so you can grab this, and all you're going to do to actually use.
Yep, cloud directory that setting that JSON, add new that env block.
This is a one-click copy, and then you'll be ready to rock and roll. So
great. So rather than just using that as, you know,
let's have a look at what we've got here, and let me broaden this out so you can see exactly what we're talking about. So we've got Sonnet 4.6 or Opus 4.6. Over here, the agent window within anti-gravity. And what I'm going to do is basically paste in that thing that I just copied from that website. Now, what's really cool here is I went through this. I went through the kind of pluses and minuses to get a little bit of a step-by-step framework that should work for you on the first occasion. It explains all the steps that we want the model to take and
create. And I did cloud setting
exactly what that looks like. So you can see we've got our task list here, which is wonderful. So grabbing the API key from OpenRouter, which we're going to provide it, and it's just going to change the configuration on the desktop. So we're not actually sending the request to Anthropic, but instead to OpenRouter. And we can change this back at any time very easily by coming over to this website. And all you can do is click on code, and this basically reverts it back to the normal, click on copy. Now you could go into the config yourself and change it. I just thought it'd be a lot easier for you just to be able to copy and paste some information to switch it back. And again, I'll show you exactly how that works as well. Wonderful. So now that's complete, literally from one prompt, which is ace. And all we're going to do is copy this now to test it. And we're going to open up a terminal. And if you're wondering why the background suddenly went so dark, I went out for dinner, and guys, the sun sets pretty quickly in London, I must admit. But once you've got the instructions back from Claude and anti-gravity, we can come over and actually test it now that this changed. So we're in over here, we just type in Claude, and we should be able to see what the module is. So let's just come down here and click, yep, we'll trust that folder. And look at this, can you see now? Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview. Cool, so how do we know that it's actually the thing? Well, I can say, hey there, what model is this? And see what it comes back.
Okay, it's like there's no way. Actually, one of my things that I just want to do it is like I want to use it in a local project. So I think there is no way other than just the like changing the whole global directory. So we have a global directory. So let me just make things sure. Let me just ask my Claude. Hey, we have basically created an app that combines Google Slides and Google Slides and also Excel Draw. So we have created already that app. So can you just give me the link of that app so I can just spin up? So first of all, discover our directory and then give me back that link. Okay, so even we have here a problem. Let me just tap Command plus B and then create new terminal and then say okay, let me just take my prompt here because here we have the prompt and come to here, this window, just give him the prompt, let him spin. So there's actual problems actually happening here. This is like a build a slide agent. This was our AI, and like he built everything. So let me just close this thing up. This was the voice transcript. Just deleted it, close this window. Great. Is there any guys? Is there someone actually watching? Just leave something into the chat. So I can actually know that there's someone actually watching, or myself, I think. I think everything is great. great, the sound and everything. I think everything is great. Interesting. Yep, he found it. This is our local hosty. Just put it there. No. Great. So first of all, guys, we have here our, so I just want to explain things, So first of all, we have here our main, we can say, cloud, let me just type. We have a main cloud. This is our main project here. What I want to do actually is like, I want to use this cloud. Sometimes I use, like the main branch, but I don't want to use the global. We have a cloud as a global, and then we have like you could have some kind of let's say a one guy that's also simple here. You could have sometimes a cloud, but this cloud will be also a cloud that let me just try cloud that local. Cloud and local. So this is the main one. This is the setting JSON. So right now the setting JSON, when it comes about the setting, we have like the setting we have here. We have the settings that we're trying to change it. Okay, so you have to change, and this setting actually it connects to this guy, like the main thing. And then this also, it has another settings we call here like another setting, so it has another setting actually. So I just want to use I don't want to change the main branch setting, but I want to just change this branch. Actually, this is the branch that I want to change it. So I think right now, if you want to use, so sometimes I'm gonna hit the rate limit, so I need like to use the main branch if I'm like still available. But if I hit the rate limit, I want to work in a project actually. In project, I can use the project local setting without me changing the whole thing, So I think right now still we don't fix that problem. I don't know how I'm gonna just to fix it, but I think we are just somehow like being pushed to actually use it. So yeah, I think we should. I've been pushed to use the main thing. I don't know. So what solutions we have here? I don't think we have any solutions. None of them exist. I just want to learn more about like, is that problem? Can you please educate me when you are using a cloud and the global, like you're using cloud right now in global, when you're using a setting.json, what kind of like happening in the background? Like we wanna send our request not into the cloud, not into a Claude Code or Anthropic servers. We want to send our requests into Open Router. So I don't want to send it into Anthropic. I want to send it into Open Router. and right now I have a problem, and that problem, it is like we have a conflict. Either you use, like, somehow I'm just being pushed toward just using cloud and no any third service like an open router. So I'm gonna give you someone's video so you can just analyze the, like, the way he did it, and then we're gonna just, like, see, and we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna give you his YouTube link, the YouTube link, the video YouTube link. Just analyze the video, extract the transcript, and then figure it out what way he is using to do it. No, not okay. I don't want you to analyze the video, okay? I want you to educate me what actually clouds or cloud code setting.json and setting.local.json, what they are and how you can use them. And what is the difference between the setting that exists in the global and setting that exists in project level? All right. Interesting. Still, it's typing. So if we come this open router, then we should have pretty good idea about what we're actually doing, because that is the first step. So let me just go back to here. Open router, I think maybe Anthropic
Like it says,
changed it actually. So interesting. Here is a full breakdown setting the JSON hierarchy. We have here multiple things that are actually going on. Let me just terminate those things. So Cloud JSON hierarchy, Cloud Code has a 4 levels. Apply it in this order: higher to, override equal lower, manage it, file, manage it, server, location, server.org, share it, no, purpose, enterprise policies. Cloud Code setting.json, no, your default across all project. We have a project Cloud Code setting.json, you get team-wide config. Okay, great. Then we have a cloud setting.local.json, personal, private, machine specific, gets ignored. Your current setup cloud setting.local.json, private, not committed, what each file is for. But apply it for every project you open, good for your preferred model, permissions and API case. We have a Cloud JSON project committed to get shared with a team, good for hooks, MCP servers, and team permissions. Cloud check on local, get ignored, stays on your machine, good for API case, XP tokens, and our global.cloud is icon. If you want it across all projects, want it happens in background. Claude Code reads Anthropic base URL on the start apps. All API requests to the base URL instead of HTTP Anthropic openroot. Is the API compatible with Anthropic's format? But it's same request shape, just different server receivers. Your conflict, the problem you are hitting if Anthropic API key is set as real Anthropic key in a shell environment. Or system.env, it takes a presence. The env block is setting the JSON overrides system.env service put. So both putting Anthropic base URL and Anthropic in your cloud city JSON should fix the conflict. So here it is my problem. You telling me if you wanted to send the request to open router, so we want to send the request to the open router. Okay, great. Right now I understand it. I think we found the problem we have. Okay. Okay, the problem actually was, let me just open the folder. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. But we have it works, like it doesn't make any sense. Open router.ai API v1. Please do not fight. So where was my last session? Basically, so if I'm being really honest here, first of all, can you explain to me how cloud setting.json actually work? Right now I'm using open router, so I wanna use the harnesses of a cloud code. So when I use harnesses of a cloud code, that will allow me to use harness of a cloud code, but inside these harnesses or inside this cover will exist another free model. So okay, great. Right now the voice actually crashed. Great, the voice detector crashed. Okay, great. It's just trying right now to activate it, if you see here. So let's just wait some little bit of time. No, we can just give it this guy. Please, come on. I don't have a time, just come on. Great. Okay, working right now. Can you please help me to understand what is the difference between setting the local JSON and settings, and also when I want to use another provider like Open Router, how I can use Cloud Code harnesses, but inside Cloud Code harnesses I can use inside it another model like free models, okay? And also my request is going not to Anthropic server, rather it's gonna go to Open Router server. So help me understand, explain to me as a someone like he never ever saw this thing, okay? So great, good creation. To config, we have a Cloud.json shared settings. If you use a Git, the file Git is committed. Your team sees it, you use it, things that are safe and shareable. So that is why we have, if we come to our project, let me just show to you guys. We should have, I think, open folder, like an open router. If we open it, great. If you come to here, setting.json, you see here we have setting.json, but this setting.json is not actually where our API actually exists. Great, interesting. So shared settings, if you use getting, not getting, we have a Cloud.json private settings. Never committed this. This is where you put a secret like API keys. It overrides setting.json. Think of it like this: setting.json public reference, setting.json local, your private secret is top of those references. So great. Great. Okay. So if we come to here right now, we can just put it there, then run our, even though we don't have our API key, but let me just take my API key into Open Router. If we come to Open Router model, and then like Open Router here, get the API key, and just adjust, because edit Open Router, somehow save it. Let me just create another one. We're gonna create Open Router demo.v2. Just create it, even though I didn't give any expiration, but let me just test it with it. Great. Then we can say hey cloud in this directory using Anthropic API key instead of Anthropic console. Let me just take a screenshot about this shit and give it to here. Okay, we cannot give it unless we are inside a directory. Scheiße. So first of all, right now I am inside the directory, okay? You can grab the directory and see it yourself. I am inside the directory itself and change it the setting.local.json and give it into my variables, but I'm not seeing there's something happening. And this is the kind of, like message I'm getting, authentication conflict. So how I can solve this authentication conflict thing? And also tell me why it's happening, that's very important. Guys, let me just make things, I'm gonna just I don't know, just wait a minute. Let me just look at the lights. Okay, so the conflict looks correct. The problem is clear. Why it's happening? You have two authentication sources at the same time. I stored Anthropic login from a previous cloud login, save it in your machine, Anthropic API key set into local.json. Cloud sees both and refuses to start. It doesn't know which one wins. That's the conflict. The fix command, logout, and terminal ground, logout. So I log it out, and then what? You just but when I enter right now, see yourself, when I enter, it's gonna ask me to enter my Anthropic API key. See, can be used. Huh? Yes. But so I log out. But when I enter it again and type into the terminal Claude, specifically in that directory, there is a problem that I'm really coming up. And that problem actually is like Cloud right now, it telling me, hey, or Anthropic, hey, either you should use Anthropic's console or Cloud Code account with subscription or third app. This is what actually is telling me. You need okay. You need to set a variables in your actual shell, so Cloud sees them at startup. So run this in your terminal. So first of all, I should run, then run inside a cloud, then run inside a cloud directory. It will see the case, skip the login screen, and routes to open. So this is my Anthropic API key. Please do not share with it. Do not fuck me up. Do not share it. Interesting. So when I run right now in that directory, cloud, I don't understand. What this mean? Add those two lines in your shell profile. Think of your terminal like a room. Export puts sticks notes to a wall on the room that every program running inside it can read it. Line 1, export the Anthropic API key. This sticks a note on the wall that says the API key to use is this open router. So when Claude Code starts, it looks from that node. If it finds a key, it skips the login screen directly. Line 1. This is sticky note that says do not send a request to Anthropic, send it the open router instead. Claude Code will take your open router and try. Okay. So Anthropic. So with this, Claude Code will take your open router key and try to use it in Anthropic server, which will fail because it is the wrong key for the wrong server. Yeah, it's gonna take it and try it. Okay. Claude Code reads the notice and at startup skip login and open router free models and Anthropic nervous system. Right now, notice does not exist yet in your terminal. You need to either type those to export lines each session or that is a hard G automatically on the wall every time you open the terminal. Okay, I should type those two things right now into here. Let me just come back to here in this directory and just give him, and now we say a cloud. Yes. Enter. Yes. Hi. Okay, it may be not existing queen tree or something like that, so we're gonna make it right now exit, and then we're gonna change this queen tree or something like that into something that actually useful and also free. If we come to open router, then we go to models, and then we need to come to free models actually. Let me just go to this free model, pick up open router. Open router is this is like open router is just gonna give us like multiple free routers. We have here flash, we have here nano, we have so it's gonna just route us one of those things every request we give him. Great. Go right now we say cloud. Still it uses. I don't want. I don't want him to use. Okay, we can say model. No, do not use it. We're using right now. Come on, man. Okay, okay, I get it. I get it. Okay, you have to run the commands first of all. Then, I get it right now. You have to run first of all this command is, then enter it. Then say, hey, Cloud. So basically we have a problem. I fixed it first of all the problem. I kind of understand it about what do you mean that you have to give him this kind of export means sticky notice. You know, those sticky notice. It will be great. I don't understand what this is like. Also, dot ZSHRC. You can explain to me, and you know, to export it lines each. So add them to there, and they will automatically all wall every time. They automatically on the wall every time you open into a terminal. I don't know actually what that means, but you can also explain to me that what is it. In our directory, then we have a .zhsr. That is like somehow, what is it like? Why is it there? It's directory or folder. You can explain to us. Second thing, it is like right now I'm hitting the wall, okay? Because even though I removed the model, I changed the model to another model, okay? Because it was saying it was saying like there is an issue with a selected model. So this is the kind of error message is giving me. Great. What are you telling us right now? Good progress. What is this here? Your Mac uses ZSH. Huh? On its terminal shell, every time you open terminal, sh automatically runs a script called .sh. It is a startup file that lives in your home folder. Means home folder. So adding your export line there, they run automatically. Desktop open router demo settings. Yes, allow it. So we have to say right now exit, then we're gonna say cloud. Let's open it. Hi. The issue is selected model lipstick free. It may not exist or you are not have access to run it. So if I say right here, model, what do you change it? What he changed it? But he didn't change one of those. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Let me just don't save and open it. VS Code open folder. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, delete that also. We have a Claude.json. This is the main guy, local. Then we have here DeepSeek for free. Right now we can say I don't want to ask any comments, please. Okay, hi. I think the problem right now it is like you have to use open router is subscription. You have to buy subscription so you can actually use it and route it to there. I think that was the issue, and yeah, they told me like, yeah, that's the kind of issue you should have. So I think that's the problem, and I'm gonna solve it maybe tomorrow because today is very, very late. Actually, we have started the streaming like a very late, so I'm gonna solve it maybe tomorrow, something like that. Let me just see what you guys are actually saying. Let me just put it everything here. So we're gonna go to YouTube. Let me just go to Okay, great. So yeah, I think everything is great. First of all, thank you for your time. Thank you to being here actually. Let me just show to you. There's no any comments actually still exist here. So just like me, just like there's only one guy that actually come to us. It is like was 40, team 40, and just he just leave it. So thank you for your time. See you next time. Catch you next time. Yeah. Have a nice day.